Deadly Tarantula Girl coming to you from my private serpentarium tonight to bring you a unique video. I am doing a rehousing of a Hapalopus species Columbia small, also known as a munchkin patch. This is a teeny little dwarf species that is super adorable. But the new thing is that I have a really cool gift from Jspyder. That is a reptile structure enclosure. Apparently these are all the rage in Europe, and so I wanted to set one of my babies up in one of these. So let's get started. Here is my reptile structure. First thing I'm going to do is I gave it a quick little rinse, and now I'm going to be adding substrate. As you guys know, my favorite substrate is vermiculite. It is really cool because I live in the desert, and this is an excellent substance for holding moisture. For me, that's particularly important. If you're a person who lives in a wet area, then it might not be as critical. One surefire way to kill your tarantula is to let them dehydrate. So this is an easy way for me to be able to feed and water weekly adult animals, not teeny tiny slings, because they need more care. But I really love this stuff. It's not as pretty as cocoa fiber in my opinion. However, it is far more resistant to mold and bacteria. The beauty of this stuff is once it absorbs the moisture, it releases it over time, which is perfect because my animals are never soaking wet and they are very rarely too dry. This is my little munchkin patch baby that I reproduced, I think, 4 or 5 years ago. So she is actually a mature female now, and isn't she adorable? She's so tiny, and I think that their pattern is super beautiful. And this species can be really wacky, so you have to be careful with them because they can take off like crazy. Here she is. She does not need a water dish. I will throw a little hide in there. I know a lot of times people have a big cow and they're like, oh, you don't put a hide for your tarantulas. And I've explained this multiple times for those of you who actually subscribe and watch regularly. Number one, my rack is partly a hide box because I built this, I designed it, and the way I made it, the shoe boxes slide directly in to where the whole back half of the cage is essentially like a hide. Secondly, I do have hides in most of these, but then what do the tarantulas do? They go and hide in them, and then you can't see them. Once you all go to bed tonight, and I am getting ready to shut down the shop, I will give her a hide as well. And so I think that this is really cool. I'm gonna make sure her little tarsi are well out of the way. And FYI, I am looking for a mature male Hapalopus species Columbia large, which is the pumpkin patch. Essentially looks just like this except for larger. And Hapalopus species Columbia small, the munchkin patch, which would be a mate for her. So if you have some of those, you know what to do. Comment below, email me, message me on social media, or however you do. My email, if you didn't know, is deadlytarantulagirl@yahoo.com. Hope you guys like this rehouse with the European reptile structure. I thought it was really fun. Many thanks to Jspyder for this handy little enclosure. I think it is really adorable, and thank you Reptile Structure for making it. I think it's neat. Well, I hope you liked seeing this setup and rehouse of the Hapalopus species Columbia small munchkin patch baby. I thought this setup was really cool. They are not exactly clear, but pretty dang close to it. And so I think they're a really cool little display enclosure. They're stackable, so if you're tea crazy like a lot of us out there and you have multiple animals, you can stack them. And yeah, I think they're really cool. So I'm going to try out this reptile structure, and I think that I may be getting more of these. We'll see. So thank you so much to Jspyder. Hope you guys liked this rehouse, and I will see you next time.